Hello, everybody. Today we are playing The Greatest Adventure, and this game today is Tsoki's main character energy. So, Tsoki's the star. So we are going back to the Silver Thimble today. Like, the crew, that's where we're gonna start. After a long, travel back, you're all back. Unless you decided that you want to be there. And if you are still in Yoke, you have to tell me why, and you can't interact with the other people because the other people are back in the Silver Thimble for now. Like, Captain's order, we go back. And so we have returned to the Silver Thimble for the most part. Peanut has been keeping a tip-top shape. He's been setting up you guys' new sections, so make sure you are signed up for the department that you want to be signed up for. And everything. Oh, I got a hat. So you guys are returning back to your base. You're returning back to technology. You're returning back to where you don't see princesses walking up and down the street all the time, because you have not established an easy travel yet. But due to yesterday's game, we know that people from Folksong want to trade with people from Seasonal. So we're starting to get that done between the dwarves and the bee people that live in Gaia's Garden. So that is what's important. You guys are all in the Silver Thimble and not in Yoke. Alright, and now I'll introduce the players. And the screen's going to go weird, and I'm going to pause for a second because I don't know which characters are where when I start to introduce them. Except I kind of do this time because I know the layout. There it is. So, obviously, we have Not Forgiven playing Tsoki.
Oh, hello there, everybody.
We have Keri playing Pim.
Oh, howdy.
We have Sept playing Patagon.
Hello, everyone.
And we have Chris playing Simmons.
Hello.
I'm very excited for today's game. So, to start it, we have all made the trip back, all the adventuring and stuff. The second you guys leave Folksong, it feels like all of your adventuring and stuff catches up with you in a heavy way. Something about Folksong, everybody's pushed to be adventures and stuff, it doesn't bother you so much. But now you're kind of back to reality. And of course, oops, there goes gravity. And so you guys are exhausted. And you guys you're either at the bell or you are it's like a form of jet lag. You're at the bell or you're in your dorm rooms or you're in your apartments. And Tsoki, you get a message slid under your door that's in immaculate handwriting that is asking for the assistance of one of the great Tomb Squad to meet them at the diving bell at X o'clock at night. And it doesn't so much as to say that this is a secret, but it keeps implying you should keep this secret. And then as it's signed by Captain, and then you see an S start to appear, like that had been written, then scratched out, and then it says not space Simmons.
Oh, come on.
No.
I love it. That's what I was hoping for.
So
I see. No reason to decline. I will head to the bell at X o'clock.
Excellent. So Patagon, Simmons, and Pim. It's been a long day for you. You guys have all been really... Pim, you've had so much paperwork from the Fish Tinger Industries. You've just been gallivanting, being an adventurer, and like you get back and Phil and Crisis are like, "We are setting up a roller derby league. Where have you been?"
Busy. I am a busy woman. But
Okay,
roller derby?
okay.
I want to play roller derby.
Everybody wants to play roller derby. That's the problem. I need like sign here, sign here. We've taken out extra insurance on all of the players, and they are just like, your desk is so full of paperwork that it is buckling.
Tim is just frantically signing off on anything roller derby related.
And then at X o'clock, you might do you feel like you'd go to the Bell for a drink?
Have you met me?
Okay. Simmons, you've been properly inducted into the Wayfarer. The Wayweavers? Shit, what did we name these things?
Yeah, Wayweavers.
You've been successfully inducted into the Wayweavers, and Peanut's just like, okay, and he like pins the little like department medallion on you guys. We're gonna design all those, everyone. Don't panic. And he pins it on you. He's just like, excellent. And now your first mission, and he sends you around the city on so much busy work because you guys have been missing, have been in Yoke for so long, and he has so much to do. Simmons, you are like running back and forth from just different shops and like picking up pieces of equipment. You never see anything fully built. And it's just like, at X o'clock, you are exhausted. Just can't stand up.
It was a great day, though. I got to talk to everyone.
You really did. Like, I bet you said, "Hi, I'm Simmons" 1,000,000 times.
And it was a good day.
And then, Patagon, you sit down and you realize that nobody has been like transcribing any of the messages that have come in. Like, and there is like a voicemail thing that is just, it will not stop blinking. It's blinking so fast you can barely tell it's not just a constant light. And you also wonder why anybody designed a voicemail system to look like that.
Very true. Very true.
So you are like answering 1,000,000. Like, do you call them back, or do you just write the messages down for other people to call back?
I think with the sheer amount, it's just going to be like, write down and like hand off to, Pollux and Castor, whoever happens to walk by. But like, you,
just you see Pollux and Castor like walking by, eating a popsicle, and just grab them. It's just like, start calling these people. Right. And so X o'clock comes, and you also spent an entire day like working the hardest that you've ever worked, that doesn't count slicing a demon in half with a chainsaw.
desk jobs can be brutal too.
Alright, so everybody in the crew, everybody in the chat, tell me what your department got way behind on, like in your absence. In the time that you were playing with all of the people in Yoke, all of that, what did you forget? Or what did you let slip? And then, like, how did you fix it? And how did you get to the same level of exhaustion that these four are? Like, they are beat. And they all meet up. Well, not Tsoki. Tsoki seems like raring to go.
Chipper as ever.
So welcome to the Diving Bell. You three are over here having a drink. Tsoki's back here meeting with two people we're not 100% sure on. Except for we know this one. This is Captain Not Simmons. Look at him. Look at his fingers.
Oh, man.
I couldn't get his lips very luscious. It just was not working out for me. So, I apologize.
He said mean things to me last time.
Yeah, and then I got him taken away and beaten half to death by the flamingo cops.
Thanks, Simmons.
He did get beaten half to death by the flamingo cops. Because they are both flamingos and cops. So Tsoki, sitting across from you is a capybara man with balancing an orange on the top of his head. He is wearing black robes that are in the motif of like chess pieces. They are covering him. And everybody will recognize this as B7. This is Patagon's apprentice. We are reintroducing him because I wasn't happy with the way we introduced him the first time.
Capybara.
Capybara.
Capybara, 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 capybara.
So, you see, Captain Not Simmons. That's how he signs everything now, by the way. He puts, like, his cigarette in his mouth, and he, like, it's not lit, because we're inside, and you don't smoke inside places. That's rude. And he starts, like, doing intricate sign language. And this is important to mention. All of you understand this sign language. It is common. Like, as common as speaking is, you understand the sign language that the finger dogs are doing. It's the same sign language that Vatna does. Not Vatna, Valentina. Except Valentina uses their whole body. But it is just... Hello, Rupert. It is just straight up, common. And he's saying... He's like... Tsoki, leader of the Tomb Squad.
Yes.
I would like to introduce you to my friend and colleague. This is... Well, he hasn't given me his name yet. But he says... And he's like, I'll let him tell it. And like the capybara like puffs up his chest. He's like, I am looking for experienced adventurers. I have taken on a quest from Folksong that got me lost in those cursed woods to the west of here. And I came out here. And he like waves his arms around, like, and he means like seasonal in general. It's just like, and I cannot return home because I can't make it through that accursed forest. And I couldn't return home without successfully ending this adventure. You know how strict the guild is.
I do understand. And that forest is no joke either. So you best stick with us for a while. We'll help you. I guess I could help you out.
Our mutual friend, Captain Not Simmons, has informed me that this is where I could find the most competent adventurers on this side of the planet.
Pim immediately drops her entire drink all over herself.
And he's just like, he looks over and the capybara looks over and he sighs. He's just like, see what I mean?
Yep. Well, you have nothing to fear. I'm here. I can help you with whatever you need. Just let me know what the details are.
So, deep in the forest, there have been a string of robberies in neighboring towns. We suspect you spend much time in Folksong. This doesn't sound outlandish to you. Whenever I say it to anybody else on this side, they get really weird. It's a group of bandit spiders. You know, they rob you at knife point 7 times.
Never want to get caught in their webs.
See, of course. And I feel like I am more than capable of physically dealing with this threat. The main issue for me is turns out I'm very bad at navigating that forest. And there's a giant worm in that forest. Did you hear about the giant worm in that forest? It's a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be.
I have heard about him. I would love to meet him someday. Them, whatever they go by.
The Captain Not Simmons signs Tatzelworm, but like I think everybody in the bar stops and looks at him because of like the amount of work he has to do to convey Tatzelworm. But everybody understands. It's just like, oh yeah, they're talking about the Tatzelworm. He's just like, so he's... Sorry, Rupert is just screaming. Where was I?
Tatzelworm.
Tatzelworm. And he's like, so I would need a little bit more oomph to solve the problem of everything else. I took the contract as a solo, so when it comes time to deal with the spiders, I will deal with that myself. But if I could get some assistance in traversing the forest, that's not part of the contract. Do you think you could put together a party that would be brave enough to venture into the woods?
Tsoki scans the bar real quick to double check who's all in here, and he sees the three probably at the same table. We got Patagon and Pim with the co-pilot dynamic, and we got Simmons. Simmons, I hear, is a good navigator of sorts. He likes to scream, and that helps him do things. So I'm sure that'll work.
How buzzed are you three?
I mean, we just got here. I'd say like so slightly.
Well, because we're also exhausted, right?
Yeah.
Oh, incredibly tired.
Drunk and exhausted.
All right, so how's that? How's that go, Tsoki? You just
I'm gonna
walk up?
walking over to him, just like I'm just gonna sit down at the table. Noel's the barkeep, right?
Yeah, Noel's the barkeep.
And I'm just gonna sit down and gonna say, Noel, get them 3 of my usuals. We might need a little bit of a
coffee fucking martini. Is that like an espresso martini?
It's a double shot of espresso from the first time that he had it back in the Nightmare game, where they went into 2D world.
Tsoki negating the alcohol right away.
So I gotta sit down, wait for those to come on over. Be like, my friends, my fellow adventurers, how would you like to head on into the forest with me?
Anything for you, Tsoki?
Sounds like quite the adventure. I do want to hear more.
Yeah. I'll go if he doesn't.
Not Simmons looks over and waves at Simmons.
Him shudders.
Yeah, well, I don't
will
know if
never
he's
let this Jezebel thing go ever.
I'm not sure if he's part of this or not, or if he's just the contact. But I'm gonna point over to B7, be like, no, we're helping out the capybara fellow over there. Needs a little bit of an escort, so I need some muscle. Then he points to Pim and Patagon, and a scout of sorts. Points to Simmons.
Simmons like polishes his little pin and just like stands up a little bit taller.
Him immediately looks over at the capybara guy and kind of like squeeze for a second, and just like, oh my god, he's so cute. Yes, I'll anything for him. Oh my god, look at his orange.
And I might have a word or two for the Tetzelworm if we do see them.
Great. I'm sure it'll be a whole lot more fun and exciting than whatever you guys got going on here at the Thimble, because you guys all look like you could use some pick-me-ups. That's for sure.
Crisis and still made me do so much paperwork.
Alright. So like you guys see B7, like he's been sitting on like the couch, the booth thing, with his legs crossed in like very much a meditative pose. Like almost Steven Seagal-ish. You know what I'm talking about? Like he's really just trying to make a show of like meditating.
Steven Seagal capybara. Oh no.
And then he walks over and he looks at Pim and at Pim's like still wet front after like pouring their drink on themselves. And he's just like, And then
I promise I'm the firepower you need, bud.
Then he looks at your gun and he's just like, his jaw drops and he's just like, "You're Pim. Like, the Pim. Like, traveled with the Sea Devil Pim."
Sir, yes, sir.
And then he looks over and he sees Patagon and he's just like, You're Patagon. You're the one who set everything up. Like, the guild is like going to be so much better as the second we can get contracts signed. Okay. And then he looks over at Simmons and like you see his jaw drop even further. He's like, "It's Simmons?" Simmons. Oh my god. I've heard so much about you. You know they have pictures up of you all over?
Yes, it's me, Simmons, the real Simmons.
Yeah,
And I walk in and reach my hand out to shake his hand and say, not anybody else.
Oh, are you related to Not Simmons? And he shakes your hand.
No. He's not. Don't worry about him. It's not.
He introduced me to all you guys. Like he said he was on good like working relationships with you guys. Are you guys not friends? Is there a problem, Simmons? Do you need me to solve your problem, Simmons?
Simmons just sits back down. We can deal with that part later.
He's so excited. He's just like, "Oh, I thought when Not Simmons said that he was going to introduce me to the leader and one of the leaders of the Tomb Squad, I was just like, no way." But then he did, and I thought that was pretty crazy. And I was just like trying to stay cool, meditating, all that stuff. I was really going to be cool about it. And then I came over here, and it's you three? Huh, there's no way. Those spiders don't stand any chance. He's like, "But can any of you navigate? Because those woods are really scary."
I can. Simmons can. We got this.
I'm very good at finding ants, if you need any of those.
Can you extend it to 2 more legs so we can get spiders?
Most likely.
And I've got enough barrels for all of them.
Gosh, shit. And he turns around and he does a little thing where he curls up his body and you see him do a little squee because he's so excited. And he turns around trying to be composed. He's like, "Yeah, let's go, guys." Shit. And he's like, "Are they all members of the Tomb Squad? What do you guys call yourselves here when you're here?" And as he's walking down the stairs leading you guys out to his ship that he has.
Ooh, we need a new name?
Oh, you do not need a name here, as it doesn't. Naming your group doesn't give you a benefit in seasonal. Naming your group gives you a benefit in folk song.
I mean, we could still name our group, though.
You can still name your group, for sure.
So while you're thinking about that, I'm just gonna tell him, we as a whole are all part of the Wander Crew, organization here in the city of Silver Thimble. That we do all sorts of things.
How about the Rad Squad?
It's just squad, but you have to make sure that everybody knows that you whisper it very quietly.
Squad. Run into battle and just squad.
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 this is my favorite moment we've ever done on stream. Like, that's it right there. That's it right there. I'm done. Fuck you guys. I'm out. Good game, everybody. Shut it down.
Hey, later, I'm going to bed.
Not gonna get better than whisper and squad at each other. Alright. It's such a dumb fucking joke. Anyway, alright. So we are going here. Simmons, you're gonna start recognizing where we're going. Like, your people live underneath where we're going.
All right, so it's like the like my proverbial backyard.
Yes. So we're gonna get right into the forest. Like, we get out and we start heading into the forest. All right. No, there's a no rolls challenge, so I'm not gonna ask you guys to make any rolls. Patagon, tell me how you start to like pick up on the fact that B7 is scared of the dark.
All right. So as we're traversing the forest here, and we start seeing the webs that might or might not be arachnid, but they could also just be you know moss or something else, and they start moving in the gentle breeze, and you can see just like a shudder that kind of goes down the back of B7's spine, and kind of just gets that like that momentary like ooh feeling, and so I'm definitely picking up on like that kind of vibe where it's like this is definitely something that they're worried about.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you see, he does do this. He just keeps peering into the dark, and he just like he looks over and he sees you notice it, and he's just like, no, it's fine. I'm good. Like, I got you guys with me. Like, nothing can go wrong, right? I've got leader of the Tomb Squad. I've got one of the most knowledgeable adventurers that has ever existed. I've got fucking Simmons and Pim. She said she's got enough barrels for all of them.
And that is the truth.
And how?
Alright, so Simmons and Pim, you two claim to be the navigators of this group. How are we getting through this forest? And remember, we're not making any rolls, just tell me.
Pim can start with a delve. So she's just going to crack her knuckles, walk in front of everybody real quick, trying to look all cool, and just give a quick snap that kind of echoes through everything so she can sort of see the pathing.
Your delve is a knuckle snap?
It's a finger snap.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty alright. So yeah. Pim, like, doing that, did you get anything's attention when you did that? Or was it just, like, do you care to not get anything's attention? Or were you disguising the snap as something else? Or does anybody in the area know?
It's gonna sound like a twig snapping. So
Okay.
anything could be walking through the forest and make that sound. So it shouldn't alert anybody.
Absolutely. So as that goes through, Simmons, I think you can piggyback on that delve, and you see basically exactly the same. You see the same thing that Pim sees. Like, you just pick up and just use that as your echolocation.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys do know that you're surrounded by spiders right now. Like, at this moment, you know that you are. You're not worried because you can tell how big they are and like their weaponry and stuff. Like, you guys are good. But for you two, there's something else. Like, something more alarming is the number of holes in the ground in this area. And, like, you can also pick up on... no rolls. Simmons, how do you know that there's a village in a glade in this forest?
Let's see.
Oh, Simmons could have been there before. I'm sorry. But
Yeah, it was maybe like we used to, when I was younger, my friends and I would go just like play pranks on them. But before we, grew up and decided not to be idiots anymore.
Oh yeah, so like you'll realize how close you are to there's a squirrel settlement out here.
Oh.
And it's just like they're peaceful little people. Also Nika, roll me a D100 please for that penny slots. Like, they're peaceful people. You guys don't really have much to trade with them because literally all they care about is food, and they grow all their food themselves. So, one of you, like, I don't know. Wait, who was that given to? Who was that penny slots for?
Nobody specific.
Okay, it's a vial of ink, like a little ink thing. Does not include quill, because quill is what happens if you roll 25. So, ink. So yeah, you put together, Simmons, that the people being robbed must be the squirrel folk. Go ahead.
So these holes does it?
No, these holes are completely new to you too. Like, as a subterranean bat and a wanderer of these woods, these holes are new and don't have anything to do with the village.
So maybe that's okay. So they could be using these things. Okay.
And like, these holes are about the size of like a rabbit hole. Just for the record. And yeah, so Pim, to not your surprise at all, the spiders do appear in the seconds later. They just like jump out, they're like sha style. And like they do have traditional bandit outfits on because they are part of the bandit union.
Do they say that?
No, they don't actually say that right away. But they do, like, you do see them in like uniform, and they do each pull out multiple knives where they're like sha. Sorry, because Nika asked me to say it again.
So, yeah, Pim's immediately gonna raise her weapon.
And they're like, all of them like look at all three of you, well, all four of you. They look right over B7. They're like, what? What? No. We're not level 3 danger. What? No. We did a little robbing and light stabbing.
Light stabbing?
Light stabbing in an appendage or non-vital location if target does not have an appendage.
Sounds sketchy, boys.
I've got the paperwork.
Let
I'm
me
just
see it.
gonna walk over to B7 and be like, B7, this is. I think these are the guys you're after. You said you could take care of them.
And he's just like, oh yeah. Okay, yeah, I can take care of them.
Yeah, you got this. We'll be your cheer squad.
We got your back.
And he walks up. He's just like, no. You're not dealing with them. I just got lost in the woods. You're dealing with me. And they like, oh, okay, all right, good. Do we start over? He's like, yeah, I think we should start over. It's like, okay. And like they climb back up into the trees. And then like he starts walking forward a little bit alone. And then they all jump back out like sha! And then immediately they all just start fighting. So this will be fun because we can't do rolls. Patagon, you tell me how B7 is fighting them. Pim, you tell me how the red spider is fighting. Remember, they are spider in shape, but they are wearing clothes and they can use whatever weapons you want to give them. Tsoki, this one's going to be your spider, the one up at the top, and Simmons, this one's going to be your spider. How are the three of you trying to non-lethally rob this capybara monk?
Who wants to go first?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right, red spider's mine?
Yep, red spider's yours.
Okay. So, my spider thinks he's a G. So he's just using a bunch of brass knuckles. So he's got 8 brass knuckles all flailing around. And he's trying to, like, knock out B7 so he can rob him.
Right.
So it's just, like, spider fingies flying around. So yeah, he goes for him with all 8 limbs.
All right, B7. Do you get hit by that, or do you how do you defeat the red spider doing this?
All right. Well, I believe at first it's going to be very like one-on-one, where blow for blow, definitely like being able to block the majority, and then one comes in from the left flank, and it was able to actually hit him in the back of the shoulder because long limbs and whatnot. They're able to basically curve right around. So I'd say that it would be take minor damage, but it's able to incapacitate that spider.
All right, Tsoki spider. What's that looking like?
Tsoki's spider is going straight for the robbery portion, and is just trying to go for. He's gunning for the what's it? Orange on top of his head.
Oh no, that orange is sacred.
Yeah, but we're just bandits, We see the goods and we go for the goods.
All right, B7. Do you prevent your orange from being taken? And when you do, how do you provide an opening for Simmons' spider to attack you?
All right. So definitely going to protect the orange, sacred above all things. That orange is life, and life is that orange. So it's going to be it's kind of like a kung fu type move. So going to pick him up with one set of their appendages, and then just slam him on the ground, but doing so, kind of turns his back on Simmons' spider, giving them the opening for an attack.
All right, Simmons, how do you take advantage of that situation? Both of your other spider friends are down, but you see the opportunity to take out your target.
I think they're actual spiders, right?
Oh, sure are.
So he just jumps on him and starts trying to web him up. See if he can pin him down, and then rob him with words after he's incapacitated, so he doesn't get the crap beaten out of him by this terrifying monk.
All right, B7. This one's up to you. This one's up to you, Sept.
Okay.
Does B7 lose this fight?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I think he is going to get knocked down. And he's definitely going to be have the wind knocked out of him, everything. But I think he's going to be successful in able to to finish his assigned quest. But he's definitely going to be winded and be like, oh, that was a lot more hard than I initially expected.
So yeah, you all 4 of you see that happen. This monk capybara just beats the shit out of all of the monks and out of all the spiders. And then what kind of pose do you take? Is it is it a martial arts pose? I like the 2 fists down by the side. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
With your elbows to your side.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Okay, excellent. I like B7 hits that pose, and then you just see all the brass knuckles on the red spider break off and like break in half and just fall on the ground. And they're all like, okay, all right, yeah, you win. Cool, good go. Can you just sign right here? And they pass over like a thing towards B7 to sign that they have given up and have like forfeited their claim.
And B7 will gladly sign their paperwork because, the Adventurers Guild respects all contracts and other forms of...
These three, like, they go and they like, oh, you guys don't mind if we like have a smoke, right? Like, and they walk up to it, to one of the trees, and like all just put their backs to it, like take their caps off, like remove their bandit bandanas from their face. And it's
Good
just
show.
like,
Good show. I'll definitely put in a good word for you when we get back there.
it's like, oh yeah, it's just like the Bandit Guild's been rivaling with the Adventurers Guild. You guys have gotten a lot better since the Wander Crew showed up. Like pointing at the players.
Naturally, we do pride ourselves in improving our craft.
It's just like, you guys hear though? Like, the writer's strike's about to be over.
Wonderful news.
Yeah, they caught that Theo guy. He's been like spreading lies and like bad faith contracts all around the world, like really messing things up.
That's good.
It's like, yeah, it's just like, you guys got like no offense to the new adventurer here, but you guys have a lot of firepower for just a little like walk through the forest.
Well, I mean, this forest probably even better than we do. There are very unexpected things that can appear, and we didn't want to leave B7 here under guarded for being able to complete their quests.
They nod, like, oh, but he didn't, you on that side. I got it, okay. Doesn't interfere with the contract. And they, like, one of the red spider, like, does the finger to your nose thing, but spiders both don't have fingers or noses. So I'm not sure what that looks like.
Looks like he points at his own face.
In my head.
And Patagon will just like wink back to him, like, yeah, we know.
Oh, he definitely winks with 4 of his 8 eyes. But then there's a 5th one that also blinks, but you're not sure if that one was blinking or also winking. And yeah, they are also just smoking, by the way. I
How
think
many cigarettes at a time?
I think at least 3 per, and they're definitely clove cigarettes.
Smoking's not cool, kids.
Except for the ritual of it. I think that's cool. But don't smoke.
Don't smoke, kids.
How dare you? I thought they were goths. I kind of called them hippies.
Cloves? They're definitely hippies.
What? Every goth I've ever known smoked clove cigarettes.
What?
Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna have to weigh in here. Clove cigarettes are absolutely a goth thing. I feel like weed is the hippie thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, if you smoke something that smells bad but makes you feel good, you're a hippie. If you smoke something that smells good but makes you feel bad, you're a goth.
Okay, that's fair. Sure. Whatever, I concede.
That's the greatest point I've ever made in my life.
I'm going to bring that up again later, but not right now.
Okay, I'm ready for it. Alright. So, they look at Tsoki and they're like, "Hey, are you with the village? What's it Burrow? Are you from Burrow?"
No.
That town's got a problem. People have been just vanishing.
Good old disappearing. Where's this town at? Might as well do something while we're in the area.
It's just like, and Simmons, you immediately know it's just like, oh no, Barrow's right over there.
Yeah, like point. It's right over there, right? Over across behind the big tree with that one branch that goes funny.
Yeah,
Huh?
absolutely.
So I'm gonna turn to the squad again and just be like, all right, you guys up for a little bit more? Just a little bit farther?
Absolutely.
Just
Let's
so you know,
go see what we got.
we're gonna have to be a little quiet over there because we're gonna have to get kind of close and squat up a little bit.
Squad.
Dude, all these holes, I'm a little worried about.
Yeah, the spiders are like, yeah, that's not us. We don't have permits to dig.
We will have to keep an eye out for those because they do look vaguely familiar, but I can't quite place what it is yet.
The holes?
Yeah, it's just like it's one of those that's right at the tip of your tongue.
Your tongue
It's
is
not-
scary, Pat.
Exactly. That's why I'm hoping it's not actually scary. Just
Okay, that's fair.
things that are at the tip of my tongue typically.
And in that case, are there any are there any tracks or anything around that we can look at and be like, hey, what are these?
Yeah,
Can't roll, but do I see anything?
you do. You approach one of these holes, and it's very deep. And do you reach your hand in?
I mean, I can't not. I absolutely have to.
You touch something about the shape and size of a tree root, but not the texture's not the right word, but like not the
Is it
density.
cold, or is it warm?
Consistency?
It's definitely it's warmer than something you would expect to touch underground. And it's when you squeeze, it doesn't it has a little give, and then it you feel it just pull away at a ridiculous speed.
Okay, let's not be around here anymore. There's something bad, and I don't like it. I don't remember there being whatever is underground that there is now. I'm not a fan.
Alright, stay away from the holes.
Absolutely. And 1 second so I can talk to the chat. Alright, everybody. You are exhausted. It's just about X o'clock. You know you're about to be done with this ridiculous job that you've been doing, catching up on everything that you had to catch up on. What does somebody from around Silver Thimble, either the Silver Thimble proper or the Undercity, ask of you that you agree to do? And that you're exhausted, but you're following Peanut's advice and what the crew and what the officers wanted you to do to establish good relations with the Silver Thimble. Is it fixing something of theirs? Is it helping them do some travel? Anything like that? Just come up with somebody or something. NPC could have already existed. You can make them up. Just let me know. Right. Back to Simmons being scared of a hole.
Not scared of a hole, scared of what's in the hole. It's very important difference.
That is a good difference. Sounds gross both ways, though. So we are we will just head straight to Burrow, because that's what where Simmons knows. And you get there, and you can immediately tell you're closer to folk song than you are to seasonal, by just like the atmosphere, like the air. Like you guys all are like inspired for adventure again, and in part that's what your what your Adventurers Guild membership does, makes you always ready to go. But so you can sense adventure in the air, and you do just see a little town with just a bunch of squirrel people. Well, actually, a bunch is going a little strong. You see 3 squirrel people. And they look over and they see like you all approach, and they're just like, ah. And they walk up to Simmons. It's like, it's good to see one of the bat. How are you?
Do
What
I
are you guys
recognize
doing?
any of them?
Do you? Fucking name them.
Oh God, is the one in the hat? Is he older?
I thought he was like a scrappy young kid.
Okay. Well, he looks just like Honeyduke.
Honeyduke?
Yeah, there was an old man, and I used to like leave half-eaten pieces of food near his house when I was a little batlet.
Is his name Honeydukeson?
Yeah,
Nice. Honeydukeson. All right.
he looks just like him. So I keep staring at that kid, being like, why do you look so familiar?
That makes this guy right here, Cantalopsis. That's his name, Cantalopsis. I can't think of another melon joke. I'm out.
Just melon.
Just melon?
Melon. Doesn't have to be a joke.
Just melon. All right.
I love Melon. He's so
we-
cute.
We got melon, Cantalopsis, and Honeydukeson. Nika called him Muskie, and I don't approve.
Muskie was his cousin.
Oh God, I don't know if we could. Do we make a fucking chipmunks joke?
Squirrels. It's legally distinct.
Alvin, Simon, and Theodore.
That was my thought. As soon as I saw that, I was like, God, I can't do that.
Alvin,
Can't.
Simon, Theodore,
Melon.
Alvin.
The hell, just like a band? Fuck, that is not canon I'm ready for in this game. But here we go.
So where's Dave?
So they're like, oh, and you brought one of the lost, and like, Cantalopsis walks up to Not Forgiven. He is slightly taller than you, like definitely the same race, come from the same like mold, but bigger and stockier version, and just like big old bear hug. I'm thinking like what? Not Tom Arnold. The good guy from Roseanne. What's his name? He was in Community. John Goodman. Like this is the John Goodman of squirrel people.
Hell yeah.
Now that's literally all I can see.
That's awesome.
And he picks you up and he gives you like a big old squirrel hug. And he's just like looking over, and he like looks over your arms and stuff. And he's just like, you're not all full of metal.
Are these ones full of metal? I don't think they are.
No, these guys are completely like no metal. Like none of them are wearing gas masks.
Yeah, I could say the same to you. Only had a few run in with other squirrel folk, and hasn't necessarily been the best of times. But you guys don't seem like you're part of them.
No. Like we came out here to like live a peaceful life. Like away from all that scrap metal. It really gets into the lungs. came out here generations ago. Like, we decided to base our people on, not a hatred of some fictional creature that they believe like forsaken them forever ago. You are of course familiar with the Not Forgiven.
Yep, I've heard it a couple of times. Just the legend.
Balderdash.
Yeah.
It's all poppycock.
It sounds like a lot of just fairy tales.
You hear little like cuckoo clocks going off, and the three of them are like, "Oh, it's time for tea. Come on."
I enjoy tea.
I love tea.
Right. So you guys go into Cantalopus's house, and he is serving. Obviously, it's melon tea now. Fuck, whatever. I didn't know what they grew, but I guess melons.
Rolling with it.
They're just fucking tons. And they give you guys all tea, and there's tons of snacks. Like, there are tables and tables of snacks. It's so ridiculous, the amount of work that it must have taken to bake all of these goods.
Melon bread!
Melon bread.
So everyone, describe me a snack that you were picking off of this table. This elaborate, just huge spread. Wait, actually, hold on.
Pim is immediately picking up the melon bread.
Melon bread, all right.
Yeah, I would have to say Patagon finds definitely a melon-infused muffin, probably closer to a cantaloupe flavor. Definitely, piggyback Tori would love to talk to you about these muffins.
Oh, absolutely. Send anyone over. We don't get many visitors because of the forest, but it does keep us safe from, the people that call us traitors. Not everyone in the Neverglades is so forgiving when we broke off.
That is unfortunate, because you are just so delightful.
We think so. And then, one second. Ooh, what happened there? I forgot I actually had made a map for this earlier, and then I kind of forgot about it. So here we go. Look at all the foods.
Oh, that's so much.
Oh my god!
Snacks.
So many snacks!
Alright, and, Simmons, what are you eating?
Is there any, I see, a little cup there. I'm assuming they have, some sort of melon salsa.
Oh. What are we dipping in the melon salsa? Are we just taking it by the spoons? Oh, that's...
Spoons?
It's just, it's the pickle de gallo thing again, isn't it? That's what you're doing to me. Yeah, I know
you just drink it.
They pickle the rinds, and then it's melon rind salsa. Pickled melon rind salsa. That's what I think it is.
I think
you just drink some of that. It's like one of those sipping drinks.
Is it pureed, or are you just literally drinking chunks?
No, literally drinking
It's like boba.
Yeah.
Melon pickle boba is what you're telling me.
You have to chew every once in a while, but yeah.
That's half the fun.
See, Pim knows what I'm talking about.
I'm here for it.
Terrible. This is terrible for everybody. And as B7 is reaching out wait, where did Tsoki go?
Hiding. I don't know where I'm at, but I'm hiding.
As B7 goes to reach for the a snack, a different set of cuckoo clocks go off, and they're like, "Oh, nap time, guys!" It's you can stay in my guest room right now, and he leads you, he shows you a room, and he's just like, okay, now just lay down and go to sleep. And he walks off, and he just like jumps into his bed, which is like, you can see it from this room, and he just like lays down, and they just start snoring immediately.
Well, this is the cutest thing I've ever heard.
I could get used to this kind of structure.
Yeah, this
I mean,
is
the
kind
schedule is a little strict, but
Pim just immediately falls over and passes out cold.
Similarly.
You guys just blindly agreeing with the schedule to take naps is not a thing that I foresaw coming. Okay.
absolutely, Simmons
Nap
climbs
time?
up and just hangs out from the ceiling, just takes a nap.
We
Yeah.
have
be
a
fair, what I was
long.
about to do is I'm going to put my little bird up to watch over the room. Not saying that anything is bad about these nice squirrel people, but you can never be too careful on an adventure to have something watch out for you. But otherwise, yes, it is nap time.
Tsoki's not tired, so he's not going to sleep.
Yeah, the rest of us are exhausted. This makes perfect sense.
Yeah, absolutely exhausted. Just
B7's a capybara. He just like looks over and sees Patagon like out and just does the thing where he just like super nuzzles up and just falls asleep on him like he's a fucking like squishmallow.
I can. It's so cute.
It's like that happened. All right, Tsoki. Everybody else in this town is asleep. But like
Yeah.
you do see houses. Like you saw more houses outside than just 3.
But we've only seen 3 so far, yes?
Yeah, you've only seen 3 of the squirrels. That came out a lot more like chipmunks than I intended.
Yeah. So if I think Tsoki's just gonna wander over to this door frame over here and just take a nice look out at the village, and if it's seems to be nap time for everybody, he'll probably just kind of go out and take a little walk.
Here's what you see outside the window.
So much for just 3 people to take care of.
Wow.
So many melons.
There's a lot of melons.
I'll leave a note saying I'm going out for a walk, and then just go out for a walk.
See those trees? Those are just giant melons. You knew this was going to be this way.
I knew it the whole time. Except for we've already used melons. Or was that pumpkins? I'm pretty sure it was melons.
They were blue and they were really oversized, right?
Yeah.
Completely different thing.
Okay, alright, solid.
Yeah.
So, Tsoki, because we're still not doing rolls, as you are walking through the field, describe the alarming number of these, like, holes that appear to be, like, big enough for, like, a hand to come through, but, like, not much more.
Just alarming amount. So he's just wandering through the melon fields and inspecting the crop, and it just seems like it's like every 5 feet where there might have been someone working before, there's just a nice hole in the ground. And Tsoki's a curious sort, so he'll bend down and try to take a good look into the hole.
As you look into the hole, once again, you see 2 large yellow eyes staring back at you, like shimmering in the dark. This not glowing in the dark, but shining in the dark the same way that like a cat's eyes do, but not like vertical slit pupils. And you hear like a slurping noise and like the sound of almost like mandibles rubbing together
Ugh. I don't like it.
And it feels like it's about to come for you if you keep your head down, if you keep looking through this.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go into aerial surveillance mode and just take my kite out and do a flyover, staying as far away from the ground as I feel comfortable.
Absolutely. So Tsoki's out in the field. This field's maybe like a half an hour away, from where the houses were. You all hear another set of cuckoo clocks going off. And you do not see Tsoki with you as you wake up. But Cantalopius is there, and he's just like, "Oh, good, you're all awake. Time for a smoke." And you see him like walking outside with a pipe as he is like cleaning it out. It's like, if you don't have one, you can borrow one from the wall there.
Quick question.
Yes?
What happens if the clocks don't... Like, do you have to wind to these clocks?
We do. That's between, like, we wind the clocks between, and then he like points at the wall, like the schedule. And upon looking at the schedule, you see their entire day is like rigidly scheduled out for them, but most of it is just relax. Like, they do have a section for work, but these three are band members, so it's just like they play from X to X.
This is like the Eloy and the whatever nonsense. Not a fan of this. Where?
Go ahead.
I just say to everybody, "Hey, where's Tsoki?"
Pim notices that there is a note. And he's like, "Oh, it says he went for a walk."
And
I'm gonna look out the window.
Cantalopus is like, "That's ridiculous. We don't go for walks until like 3 more breaks. We have to have second tea first, and then we're gonna have like a third smoke, because this is my second of the day. And then we take another nap, and then we go for a walk, and then we sit by the fire."
I love your schedule.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very, very generous schedule. Just, you have to know that Tsoki isn't one usually for schedules. It's more of a feeling. So I'm sure something caught their eye and they had to go do some investigation. So
He waves the stem of his pipe at you. He's just like, feelings and like worrying about things like that and just letting yourself go off. That's what got us in trouble in the first place. Those kind of feelings ended us having us blame some fictional character. And they stick the pipe back and say, "We're not going to go down that route again."
wholly understandable. So
Can I
scheduling
see
things.
Tsoki out the window?
What's that?
Can I see Tsoki out the window?
I would say so. I would say that like you could see him in a distance, like you see the kite circling the field.
Oh, there he is, guys. Look.
Aerial surveillance. Gotcha. That's probably good.
Maybe he's looking
Yeah,
at those holes.
I think that would be the fun moment for this to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's always a good sentence.
No, it's even worse than I thought.
And
Oh.
just
that?
it just like it is. How do I explain my version of Ettercaps to you guys? Gotta move so the eyes are on the screen. There we go. Oh, Nico's already doing it. Yeah, that's an uncomfortable thing. Exploding from all of these holes in the ground are tons of little hands. Not full hands, not like full-on human hands, but like some of them are clawed, some of them have like talons, like birds. And they are just like snatching for you, Tsoki. Like even like you're in the air, so like it's not used to trying to get that high, but you notice that it must be very large.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, I've taken evasive maneuvers and probably at this point trying to get on comms and just be like, guys, I don't like it here anymore.
We're looking out the window, so can we see this happening?
Absolutely. 1000% you guys see this happen.
Okay, so I'm just gonna be like, oh my god! And I'm gonna ask the squirrels if they know what the heck that thing is.
And it's just like, Cantaloupe is just like, it's still smoking time.
Are you not seeing this? What is that thing?
Smoke ring, smoke ring, smoke
Simmons
ring.
runs over to one of the clocks and just moves it and to moves the hand to make it go off to the next whatever.
Make it go to walking
bell
time.
toll. Yeah.
Make it go to walking time.
Explaining time.
Oh shit! This Simmons, roll me a 20-sider. No, wait, no. Fuck it. That's fine.
I had already hit the button.
Okay, that's 17. Great. It means it's a success anyway.
Okay.
How? Like, is there an explaining time on the schedule?
I mean, probably not.
I imagine that they have kind of like little like notes on the side that are like replaceable, so every day they could change out what they want.
Oh, that's like like
And
those
like
little
one of
magnet
those
things.
might be explaining time.
Like you just tear that off and slap it down on the next time of like at 1 o'clock or whatever the next time is. You just point at it and go, "It is time for you to tell us what is going on."
Cantalopus is just like, oh, wow, okay, yeah. He's just like, whew, what a weight off my shoulders. Yeah, people have been going missing for weeks. Like, every time they go out to the fields, people just keep getting, like, snatched away. We don't know where they're going. But now that looking out that window, I can assume where they're going. I don't have an explain on my schedule. My schedule of schedules doesn't have an explain time, or a worrying time, or be concerned for your fucking friends time. All I have is just, like, beef, have fun, like, smoke, take a nap, tea time, first breakfast, second breakfast.
So do you keep a very like regular schedule? Like I'm assuming you don't change your schedule too much, like what we just had to do to become explaining time.
We have somebody else. Like I have. What's another fucking melon joke? I have Muskie.
Melon.
Yeah, I have Muskie. They come over, and their schedule is to change my schedule.
All right. Well, why I'm saying that is because apparently your schedule has a very likelihood as to why you are not in a hole like the rest of your village might be.
Yeah, I think the three of us were stuck on a loop of leisure day, so we never went into the field.
Well, don't change that now, but we definitely need to figure out what's happening to our friend and what happened to all of your friends.
Yeah, it is now rescue Tsoki time.
Pim slaps the rescue Tsoki time sticker on the clock.
It bings, and you see Cantalopus go grab this giant warhammer from behind his couch. It's like sleep like duvet or what? Not duvet. What's it called?
Shays.
Shays. Yeah. He grabs like this huge fucking warhammer and puts it on his shoulder. He's like, and it looks incredibly like the sledgehammer that Gallagher used to use to smash melons with.
Oh, yes. Oh, God. Thank God.
Oh, my God.
You did this to me. There were no melons in this game.
So happy. Okay, let's go get him. We gotta figure this out.
Go squad. Alright, hold on. I gotta move him now.
Squad.
I did not expect to be moving Cantalopus around. Also wasn't expecting to name him Cantalopus. Alright. Well, there we are. Okay. So, Tsoki, you get to act first, obviously, because you're out there. Everybody else is running out there. Cantalopus has a fucking smash-o-matic? Is that what it was called? Over his shoulder. B7's just running.
Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna kind of play defense and keep away from this thing, and I'll draw my weapon and basically focus on maneuvering my kite, and if it extends any of its appendages towards me, I'll just take swipes at it as it's swiping at me.
Oh yeah, it's attacking at you. So go ahead and roll me a 20-sider. Yeah, for sure. Like, you see 3 of these, like, and yeah, like, appendage is the best word for it, because it's not a tentacle. Like, you can see joints. Like, they're like, and the joints aren't symmetrical, if you know what I mean.
Gross.
And like it's swiping at you. Do you take a limb off? Like, what weapon are you using?
Yeah, I'll probably be using the lightsaber katana.
Absolutely. So yeah, you just shear some of these off, and like you guys hear this thing scream, like, because you can see its face. Like, I think the bulbousness of this part here is still underground, but it is like you would think that it is on its back, except for like you need to know that it can put these limbs wherever it wants to. It can, like, the limbs are not in a locked position on its body. So like there is no up or down for these guys.
Can I use Slayer to knock out half of the limbs?
Oh fuck yeah!
Shoot
those limbs.
I'm gonna do it.
Those
Instantly
limbs count
kill.
as minions now.
Yeah, instantly kill half of all nearby minions rounded up.
Yeah, what's that look like?
Alright,
Paint
so
me a word
Pim's...
picture.
Alright, so Pim rushes out of the melon trees and she can see all of this happening. So she immediately takes aim because she can see Tsoki like fumbling around trying to like, not get caught by all of these horrible handos. And she just raises her gun and just fires off, and they all shoot in different directions and start taking out the limbs. And it's breaking them off at the creepy joints. And the limbs are just falling to the ground with a good thud.
And all of the limbs are doing that spider thing, because they lose like pressure.
Twitchy.
Like for a second they're twitchy, and then they like start to curl up into like a super tight thing.
Grody.
All right, and so seeing half of those limbs just curl up like that, Patagon had an idea. So he's gonna pull out his chainsaw, and while trying to run to see if he can get physically close to it, he's going to use the 0 AP magic strike to do 2 damage to the limbs that are still close to damaging Tsoki. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead and give me that 20-sided too. Alright, so a tough choice. You know what? I'm gonna give you a +1 because like here's how I see this happening. You go to protect Tsoki. Like Tsoki just cut 3 of them down. Like Pim just mowed down half of them. 3 more came at Tsoki after that, and he lightsabered through them. You're taking aim at the one that's about to hit Tsoki right in the back, but you didn't see the one that's coming for you.
All right.
Like it's coming out of the from a side you didn't coming out from under the ground. It's gonna like uppercut you, but you just see B7 stomp on it, like, and just like 100% that thing with like both feet in a very small space, like smashing down as like you release the magic strike, saving Tsoki from behind.
Hey, that's a great save, and now we know that their joints are very fragile, so that'll be very useful.
Yeah, and they are brittle. Like Like they have a like squishy outside, but like the interior of them, it's like hollow. So yeah, that's what Simmons was feeling in that hole.
I touched that
Fucking
thing.
ew.
All right, Simmons, what are you gonna do? And also, Cantalopus is charging with you. I don't know if Simmons is charging.
I don't know what Simmons can do. He's not really a big fighter guy.
Can you like supersonic screech him to death?
Just scream at him and get his attention. Hey, look at me.
I'm Simmons. I'm Simmons.
Oh, hey. No, that doesn't hit anybody else, does it? Can I try to? Oh God, I can see his eyes, right?
Oh yeah.
I wanna try to fancy little soul gaze and see if I can find a flaw that he has to exploit and tell Cantalopus what to do.
Okay, yeah. You got to roll a 20 side for soul
I do.
gaze?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, hit me with that.
That's not the right button.
Okay.
That's
That
what it
is.
does.
Yeah.
So we got a 12. You learn its ideal and flaw. Its ideal is it wants to consume and it wants to grow. Its flaw is they're made for sneak attacks and they generally only attack small defenseless creatures. So like the fact that you guys are armed is it's not sentient enough to like know
Ask for
that
mercy, but we might be able to scare it away.
yeah, it's animalistic in the purest sense of like it wants to eat you guys. And it wants to like it wants to eat the squirrels.
Okay. So I tell Cantalopus to smack it because maybe if he shows some aggression back, it'll associate that with the squirrels and then maybe not attack the next squirrel it sees if it's alive at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Warlord, did you play that volatile arms? Did you make this fucking like prop comedian's fucking weapon into a goddamn problem? All right. Nika,
Is it a good problem or a bad problem?
it 100% depends on what Nika rolls for this for Cantalopus.
Oh.
It's not the best. So, Cantalopus is currently filled with rage. He's so angry. Like, he spent, like, days stuck in having to just, like, have a good time. Absolutely. Like, he's been stuck in having to take naps and he has good food. We saw the good food. Like, you guys ate the good food. But he's known for days that something out here was going on. But he was sticking to his traditions so strong. And maybe there's a little bit of magic to it. I don't want to like relieve him of all blame. But he was sticking to it so strong that his friends were going missing. And then he brings this hammer down on this Ettercap's head, and it just crushes it. Because Volatile Arms is basically like ripped like Jesus, but just for a weapon.
Sweet!
And Tsoki, you're the first one to seize it. After he hits he goes all the way through this thing's head and smacks the ground. And Tsoki, you see an incredibly large crack start to appear in the on the top of this field, and then not the whole thing, but like a tunnel falls in underneath these folks' field.
The whole thing just kind of collapses inward.
Yeah,
Or just
not the whole thing, but like
a fissure.
Yeah, like a fissure. I was trying to say canyon, but like
Not as big.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely. There was a guy in the one of those three. I think Honeydewson is yelling, "Not my melons."
Watermelon.
Gotta find the watermelon helmet.
I was honestly thinking that was what the magical item was gonna be. Was just gonna be the watermelon helmet.
Instead.
Now we need a watermelon helmet for the Harbinger. Nika, add that to the list, please.
Take notes.
Thank you.
So Tsoki's gonna fly back down, land next to the group, give Cantalopus a high five.
Oh, absolutely.
Just like,
And then a big squirrel hug, because he needs it. He's been so pent up.
I'll
We're
pick
just
him
like-
up this time with the squirrel hug.
Oh shit. We're dirty dancing this one.
Yeah. It's like, oh, well done. That thing almost got me.
And he's just like, did it capture the rest, or are they all just dead?
I don't know. And then I'm gonna point to the passage underground and be like, but we could go find out.
You see Cantalopus just like sits down and like pats his stomach. He's just like, I'm not really in the shape for it. Weeks of snacking and relaxing doesn't really. And you just see him like pass out.
It's not nap time. The bells didn't ring.
And he sits up. You're right. Oh, you're right. Hundreds of years of tradition. And he picks up the sledge-o-matic and he puts it over his shoulder. Let's go.
Into the hole.
I feel like we
Into
should
the
go
hole.
put him back home, but this will be interesting.
It's like, Cantalopus, you don't really have to join us if you
I
want.
haven't just.
You did
Adventure
rescued him.
time.
You did it. It was rescue. Yeah.
Man after my own heart. Adventure.
Simmons, this is one of the bat tunnels.
Oh no.
The second you go down there, it's like it's not even just one of the bat tunnels. This is like one of you guys is like highways. You know for a fact that this comes out near Yoke somewhere.
I need to use Evil Eye right now to see if I can learn the worst thing that happened here.
The worst thing that happened here. Wait, do you have to make a roll for Evil Eye?
No.
Okay. I will tell you the worst thing that happened here
Oh no.
was like a group of ettercaps have infested these tunnels and have been kidnapping and like slowly like preparing a feast of small mammalian creatures, including not just squirrels but bat folk.
You said a group?
Yes, a nest, a hive, a
I
swarm, a
this is-
A
scourge.
gaggle,
This
if
is
you
bad.
will.
a gaggle. This is bad. I obviously forward this information to Tsoki and the others, but
The sad trombone is too funny.
yeah, it is. Oh, that's great. We
Yeah. They're not dead. So there's still time for saving them.
yeah. There's hope.
All right. Simmons, you know that Straightforward is one of the bat village, one of the subterranean bat villages. I'm not going to tell you it's yours, but you can tell me this is yours once you see it.
Okay.
All right. So, as you guys charge through, and this is what the subterranean bat place looks like, and it is as eerily quiet and empty as the squirrel town as Barrow was. And it's just like you don't hear anyone, and you know for a fact, you've been here many times, Simmons, that this is like a trading post right here. Like people bring.
There'd be so many people.
And B7's just like, yeah, this is like I've traded with the bats before, and I've never known them to be shy. Just that's Simmons.
I'm trying to figure out if Simmons would just scream right now to try to find anybody that he knew, or
Do it.
yeah, okay. He's just like frantic, trying to figure out anything.
All right, give me that 20-sider.
Ooh,
That's
Oh
a
God,
2.
it's a
too
2.
angry.
That's a 2.
Upset. Too frantic.
Screaming for Simmons has not worked out lately.
Screaming for Simmons like never works out. It's really
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
There was one time it was fine.
You're right. There was one time it was fine, but most of the
Yeah,
time
first game.
it's a 2 or a 1. It's been a 1 a couple of times. All right. So you know what has to happen, right? Like you know one of them knows exactly where you are. Just making sure I grab the one that I think is the funniest to be here. There he is. Like,
I kind of love him. Not gonna lie.
If he
You
hadn't eaten, if he isn't going to eat all of our friends, then he's not bad.
you guys, Simmons is caught in all of those that tangle. Like Simmons, you do the scream, you do it, and then as you're like sitting there listening for it, and everybody else is sitting there like looking around, listening. None of you heard, saw the silent vine-like appendage come down from the ceiling and like grab Simmons, like wrap it like around his throat and just yank him up into the mass of them. Like Simmons is currently entangled by these.
I want to jump up and climb up and use the axe to try to break Simmons free.
All right, give me that roll. Let me just...
Barf, 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 barf.
All right, 15. So yeah, that's a success. Let me put you in front of it because you're on it, not in it.
Yeah.
All right, so I see Twist of Fate is up. So you guys want 1s, not 20s.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
So yeah, like you're slashing it away, and this thing's like screaming and like writhing around. And Simmons is getting looser for Simmons. Like you will be able to take your turn. You're still tangled, but like it's not choking you anymore. But Tsoki, Patagon, what do you guys got?
So yeah, Patagon's going to approach on the other side of where Pim's hacking at to try to free Tsoki and use his chainsaw to start cutting through some of the more brittle-looking spots, like the one that B7 was able to jump on the other cap. So.
All right, go ahead and give me that roll.
Oof.
Ooh, tough choice. Patagon, you can rush in and like slash at it, and like get a good couple hits on it, or like you can hold back, like, and you'll take 2 damage from that, but you will deal 4. Like you're gonna hurt this thing, or you could like notice the stuff that is spilling out of it. As Pim is cutting it away. I can give you some cool information about that.
Yeah, I think I'll run up to it, and then as I'm getting close, I'm seeing it kind of like glug out. So instead of going in for the hit, I'm going to take note of the goo.
Like, it is highly flammable. Like almost jet fuel levels of like flammable. Like, these things are solely subterranean creatures. They don't go near fire. That is like their ultimate weakness above everything else.
Hard to not notice all of the torches hanging around.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to shout that out. That like it might have been like a combination of like the smell or the viscousness, and be like, this is very, very likely that it's super flammable. It matches what I can remember from other similar adventures. So, good thing I did, because sparks could have lit this thing up right next to me, and that would have been painful. Simmons, or not Simmons, sorry, B7. Let's find one of the nearby torches and see if we can light it up.
Oh yeah, B7 fucking like, it just like looks over, salutes, and just like parkours his way across, like jumping over vines, dodging around the sweeps and stuff. Tsoki, how do you make sure B7 gets, like, you see the attack coming?
I'm just cover. I'm gonna roll first, so we're gonna see.
Oh yeah, okay.
How to flavor this.
Fully successful.
All right. So, I imagine he's running up the stairs behind me, and I'll just kind of match pace with him, and just be just running defense for him the whole time. Just like karate chopping
his amazingness.
Whatnot. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. This is so good, Tsoki. It sees what's about to happen. Like, it's not, again, they are not fully sentient. Do not worry. They are monsters for monster's sake. But it sees what's about to happen. And like, you see it pull to itself this tangle of appendages. It drops Simmons to the ground to like for it to be able to make this basically fist out of it's like all these limbs, and it's coming with this massive punch. And this thing's really big, and like the fist is its entire body at this point. It's punching you with its whole body. And like, you feel it for a quick second, like your connection to the shield that you made with the word tree. You know right now you could do that again.
Like, do my little bubble.
Yeah, you could bubble. And like, this bubble will prevent all the damage that could possibly be done right now.
Hell yeah. So Tsoki, upon feeling that, just kind of, he'll like move his like sweep his feet on the floor in front of him, and just take up a pose with like his arms to both sides, just staring at this thing. And then you'll see the blue magic just all of a sudden form around him and solidify into that nice shield.
Yeah, it worked. And like, you guys see this thing swung with all of its might situation. Like, well, like all might. And just punches it so hard, and the whole room shakes. But you guys see Tsoki and B7 and standing there unharmed, and you see B7 holding this torch, and he's just gonna like softly lob it at the pool of like the gunk. Simmons, how are you gonna get away? B7 thought he was being really cool, but like, he put Simmons in danger.
I don't.
You said it dropped him, right?
Yep, you were on the ground. Like,
So I'm near the goop pile. Do I have goop on me?
Yes.
Oh shit.
You and Pim both have some of the goop on you.
I guess kind of like scream and scramble.
I do love scream and scramble.
Can I help?
Yeah. Oh, both of you gonna have to like do something. But yeah, we can combine it into one roll. You guys, how is Pim gonna help?
Using crazy bunny legs. She's just gonna grab Simmons and try to bounce backwards as far as possible and try to get like under that kind of archway.
Like over here.
Yeah. And
for
get out
sure.
of the way of the explosion.
All right, Patagon, where are you gonna go? You gonna head towards the archway, or are you gonna test your luck with the bubble that Tsoki has out?
Yeah, definitely going to head towards the archway because notices that that both Simmons and Pim are shiny, so he's like they might have gotten some goop on them, and they're going to need assistance getting into safety.
All right. So yeah, all three of you. Oof, it's a risk.
Yep.
So all three of you get to roll 2 dice because double up is in effect. You can say that you have to tell me right now that you're not going to roll, because the risk of rolling a 20, which is a 1 in this situation, goes up the more times you roll. But I need I need a success.
Should we do maybe 2 of us roll?
That's probably best, I think, odds wise.
Yeah.
Alright,
Alright.
so I have notoriously bad luck.
I mean, I once took out the power of a whole city with double ones, so
On the bright
You
side,
sure did.
I've already
ones
rolled
are
a
20s, so
Well, Simmons and I are both covered in goop. Maybe we should roll?
two. All right.
Okay.
Take our fate into our own hands.
All right, so yeah, that's a success.
it's almost a 20, which would be a 1.
Now we just need someone not to roll a 20.
Yep, there we go.
Oh. Yay! We got a super success.
Oh, I thought
We
that
rolled
one
a
was a
1.
1, but it's a 13.
Yeah, that one's a 13, sadly.
Oh, that's a lie. Okay, whatever.
That was close.
17's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like, you guys jump to the into the archway. So yeah, Pim and Simmons, how do you two get Patagon safe? Because you two are the two that rolled, so you two are the ones that got him safely in there, and you both rolled successes. So
I'd say Pim's gonna grab onto his cape and just kind of like throw him almost like over her shoulder as she's running underneath the archway. Well, I guess technically Pim's got both of them because I picked up Simmons and bounced with him, so I'm just gonna also grab Patagon by the cloak and bounce backwards.
She's definitely got the she's got the size advantage to be able to grab both of us. I don't
You're
think
both small.
Simmons would be able to. Yeah.
So I have grabbed them and bounced backwards underneath the thing.
So the flames consume the whole thing, and it does its like little screaming thing, but Tsoki, you notice your barrier, you guys don't even feel uncomfortable in there. Like, it's a cool breeze to you coming through the shield. Like, air can obviously pass through, because we had to establish that for the other shield.
Yep.
Important
Pim's
detail.
gonna throw the 2 small ones in front of her and like with her back to the explosion and just kind of like fluff out her wings to try to block the heat for them.
Oh yeah, you succeed, so absolutely. After that explosion rings out through the tunnels, Simmons, you have the best ear. Well, Simmons and you guys have the biggest ears, but Simmons has the best ears. because he's a bat. You hear in the distance, "Hey, is there anybody out there? It's me! It's me! My name's Jason! Anybody out there?"
I don't know who Jason is.
It's
but we need to
Jason!
go. Oh God, press X for Jason. Jason! We need to go.
Jason!
Jason!
The noise does eventually die out, but it is leading you into, like, so you go down a dark hallway, like, and it's back. Like, Simmons, this is not native construct to the to the city. This is new. Like, you're walking through a dark tunnel, and then right in front of you, oh shit, not that one, wrong one. Fuck you. We already used you.
Undo.
Get out of here, you run spy.
They're gonna think I'm some kind of hack. There we go. Don't worry, I got plenty of them. Like, there's a little bat guy here. His name's Jason. Look at him. He's so sad. Now he goes back to being small. You see Jason is currently tangled in this Ettercap's like vines. We now know flammable vines. And it's just like, I don't want to be a bother. Oh, hi Simmons! He's gonna pretend he doesn't know me. That's okay. I don't want to be a bother, but can you guys untangle me? I think this thing wants to eat me as it is slowly retreating from you guys. Like, after, like, the explosion. It's okay if you guys can. It's fine. I understand. Like,
Can Ettercaps trip?
What was that?
Can Ettercaps trip?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be tricky. You really gotta, like, work at it, but...
Can it get stuck on itself?
Okay. Alright.
Tangles up itself.
Tell me how that looks.
It's Jason's like sort of fighting it, trying to fight it a little bit with this tiny bat body, and the Ettercap just sort of gets pissed off and like tries to shake him to stop him, and grabs his own like appendage and doesn't know.
Jason's just trying to help him, like, get its own appendage in its hand. Like, it's like, no, I'm over here. No, I don't. He's not very good at this. I think there's something wrong with this one. I got a dud. It's just the way of things, right? Just shucks. And you see, like, his feet aren't on the ground, but he's like kicking his feet softly, like you would kick a stone.
He's so depressed.
He's just like, oh man.
He even got the crappy monster.
That's my life, you know.
I need to be kidnapped properly.
Yeah, right? It's just. And Simmons acts like he doesn't know me.
I tried to say hello, but my mic was muted. I'm sorry.
That's what they all say. It's cool. I don't even know what that means.
You'll know when you're older.
I'm 52.
I know, like I said. Can you make him break himself a little bit so we can get you out of there?
This is a rescue. Oh, okay. And he just hops out. I didn't want to be rude. And like this thing, like noisily, like slurping, like mouthing, like drooling, running down its mandibles, because it definitely has mandibles. We just can't see them. It's just like furious. That it's just like, what? It doesn't talk though.
Does it have like one messed
Yep.
up?
It definitely has like what eyes. And then you see it like raise all of its claws and like lunge at the five of you.
We definitely push Jason behind us.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, that's cool. Back of the line. Do you guys need like tea or anything? Is it good? I mean, I don't have anything on me right now. I was about to be eaten by an ettercap.
Oh, so you've seen these before? Okay, well, we might need to talk to you later about that.
So is things going for us?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's coming to it. It's just lashing out at all of you.
All right, so Pim is just furious at this point. She's sick of it. So she's just like gonna go full demon daze and just delirium trigger. And she's gonna shoot 9 individual tracking shots into this thing.
Yeah, they're gonna hit. Wait, you have to roll, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I roll and then it just depends on how much damage I do. Barf?
Alright.
So yeah, so it's 2 HP of damage per shot, regardless of the roll.
Yeah. So yeah, you hit it for 18. And like it gets blown back. But then like you guys just see it turns itself upside down and then starts to try to run away on the ceiling. Like deeper into this cave. And by turns itself upside down, I don't mean it like flips upside down. I just means it moves its legs from one part to another.
Oh, that's disturbing.
And it's
Your friends
loud.
could do that.
It's loud and it sounds like somebody really breaking their really cracking their knuckles a lot. Like just the really good cracking of knuckles, you know what I mean?
Oh, like way too much of it.
Yeah, like a chiropractor workshop situation.
Wonderful. Just wonderful. Do you think if we follow it, it'll lead us back to where it might be keeping everything else?
I think that's a good plan.
And on the way, we can see if Jason knows anything more about these setter camps.
Okay, Jason, have you tried setting them on fire?
I'm not very good with fire.
I don't mean you. I mean you, colloquially you. Like, have you been down here by yourself, or?
Oh no, they were just moving us. They got scared, and that guy was only assigned to one of us. And that one was me. And now I'm here.
Did Cantalopus come with us?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So he's scared. He scared everyone. He scared them all away. Basically.
No, like you exploding that. But yeah, oh yeah, fuck it, yeah. Cantalopus is down here just swinging his hammer all over the place. He's not in this tunnel with you guys. He has just been like chasing down. In the distance, you guys hear him just scream "Sledge-o-matic!" and then like the echoes through the halls. But he's so tired. I'm gonna get sued by Gallagher.
Might need to get Cantalopus an adventurers guild membership once the strike's over with.
Just keep going back to his house, writing Adventure Time on it, and just slapping it on the board. Let's go! This guy know how this works. Only one of the Gallaghers is dead. There's another Gallagher that's acting as Gallagher now. Don't try to get me sued.
Gallagher.
Is it Gallagher? Is that what it's called?
I'm calling him that.
Oh. I think it's actually just called Gallagher 2.
Judgment Day.
Okay. So you all are you just gonna keep like following this thing? Because then because Jason will just stay with you. He's got nothing better going on with his life right now.
Yeah, I think that's our plan.
Jason, as he's walking, is just like, so Simmons, what's the upper world like? Well, eager to hear. Is it as exciting as you hoped?
Jason, this isn't really the time. We need to rescue everyone.
Oh, yeah.
I think
I hear that.
you know.
a lot.
I do know somebody though that I think I should introduce you to at some point. He's a really good craftsman. His name's Alder. You'll really like him.
Alder. Is that one of the dwarves? It has
Yes.
a dwarf. Okay.
You really like him. We'll introduce you after we get out of this.
Oh, I would like that. Okay. I'm gonna hang out back here. He goes to the back of the line. So, as you all are approaching this place coming up, can you each roll me a 20-sider? Alright, so we got a 12. Oh, 2 20s.
Wait, is 20s just still bad?
No, 20s are good. 20s are the best.
Okay.
All right. It didn't. It's still not backwards.
Nope. Yeah, wait.
The scouts got 20.
Yeah, for sure. You guys know exactly what you're up against. So you're not here yet, but this is what you are seeing. Like, up ahead, you see this ridiculous Ettercap, the one with like 3 eyes and drooling red mouth, and then a bunch of really super adorable bats, which are all from the Bat Orphanage. Save the bats. But yeah, with 2 20s, what you have enough time to make your plan? What did you guys' plan to take this thing out and save all of them?
Well, we can't just throw fire at it if it's got a whole bunch of hostages.
Correct.
Yes, we gotta
Well-
free the kids first.
I can hop up and start cutting some of the kids loose and kind of like floating them to safety if you guys want to figure out what you want to do.
Yeah, really, with 2 20s, you guys can come up with whatever plan you want, and we know, at least at the start of it, it's going to be successful. Like, whatever crazy plan you guys come up with, we know that it is a good plan, and it is going to work.
What
So
about
these
all
are
these
like
holes
little
and
bat
stuff?
kids, right?
What was that?
These bats are like little kids.
Yeah, these bats are.
Okay, so yeah, so for my 20, Pim's gonna go around and she's gonna cut loose all of these guys and just like pile them all on her back and her shoulders and everything like that. And she's gonna hop down and kind of, get them to safety and hide them in the roots.
And then for Patagon, he's going to use the it's just word clap to try to move some of the other tentacles that are not currently holding the bat children away, so they can't try to grab them while Pim is able to rescue them. So.
All right, Simmons and Tsoki, what are you two's plan? Like, you guys can do a lot of damage to it right now if you want to. Like, it's basically a full sneak attack round. Like, it's gonna have no idea. And like Pim and Patagon have like eliminated the child threat from it, and like this is happening so quick, it's still stunned.
So Simmons, you want to do like a team attack? Like we're climbing up to the top of it while it's getting distracted by the evacuation by
Oh,
Pim
yeah,
and Patagon.
Scale the
The-
wall, drop down on it with a pickaxe in its face.
Yeah, you know what's up.
Tried to eat our friends.
Yeah, we gotta show it what you gotta show it what for.
Sorry. This all happens exactly like as you've said. Pim, Patagon, free up everything. Patagon, you were like moving some of the tentacles to the side or something? Or like,
Yeah, using clap that does
oh shit, yeah.
two damage, and then a lot of like wind and everything to try to keep the other non-used tentacles out of the way of
Yeah.
him.
I didn't mean to call them
yeah.
tentacles, but like they're close to tentacles. Yeah, it's like that's my fault. I said it first.
Sorry.
So yeah, you see
Claws.
clap happen, and like it's like as soon as Pym is just like jumping, grabbing the last kid, Patagon, again, a penguin, uses clap, and you see this thing like because it's looking the other way completely, like it has no concept of like what's about to happen. You basically use clap to sweep its legs out from under it, so it like collapses on its face. But then both Simmons and Patagon come down on top of its head with a pickaxe and a lightsaber.
We did recently discover how brutal a penguin slap is, by the way.
Oh, did we?
Oh yeah, we were in a group chat, and it's like some crazy shit.
What was it? Like a middleweight boxer hit or something?
Yeah, it like a penguin slap is the equivalent of a middleweight boxer punch.
I feel uncomfortable every time I learn anything about a penguin.
Oh my god, I love it.
Never look up anything else.
Oh, about penguins? Fuck no, I'm done. Like, that's it. I know they got weird tongues, and that's why I haven't bothered. There's a whole problem I had. I was like, oh man, I do not like this. But yeah, okay. So, all four of you, give me another 20-sider. I'm going to roll a 20-sider too. This is like how well it's going to do. I don't think it's dead yet. All right, so we know it got a 15. But Patagon got a 19. And fucking Pym got a
Let's
20.
go.
I got 2 20s this game, guys.
2 in a row.
Two in a row. Whoop, whoop.
All right. So yeah, and we know. All right, Simmons is the only one that got a tough choice. No, I'm just gonna carry the 20 to all of it. But like, how do you guys finish this thing off? For a second, it is standing up, and it has the lightsaber, like it has the laser sword and the pickaxe buried into its forehead.
So
Like-
Pym's got the kids behind her, and she's gonna take out that crazy light shining weapon thing that I have, which I am scrambling right now to find the information of. It was called the Eternal Radiance. She's gonna take that out and she's gonna blind it.
Oh, absolutely. It
And
can't.
she's gonna shoot it in the face.
Huh. I'm not comfortable with what Nika just sent me as far as like messages.
Oh no.
Huh. Never mind. It's nothing. It's Gallagher. Fucking. God damn it. End of the story. Not as interesting as we thought. But anyway. So absolutely. It is blind, and you see that because that has full sunlight. It's as bright as the sun down here for all of you. But because it's a 20, she had enough time to warn Simmons and everybody else to like cover you guys' eyes, because that thing is as bright as, like, it looks like a bright day down here. And like you see this thing's skin start popping from the exposure to the sun. Like, it starts smoking as you are shooting it in the face with your gun.
It's a bad case of sunburn.
Sizzle, sizzle, bitch!
Oh, it is too. I'm not judging what you guys like to eat. I don't know if it smells good or bad to you. I'm not gonna make that judgment. But the little orphan kids are kind of like, I could eat Ettercap.
It smells horrible.
Just the worst. The second worst. But it's like, ugh. Okay, so Patagon, like, it is thrashing at you with its like appendages. It's just like going crazy, trying to hit anything. It's blinded. It's being shot in the head. It's got 2 fucking like weapons buried in like part of its brain. but it is still thrashing out. Like, you see it coming. You don't have to make a roll because we know it's a 20. You see like one of the appendages like whipping out towards the kids.
Yep. Oh, so I quickly changed directions on my chainsaw from going after the appendage I was going after, and then whip around and just slice through the now moving appendage to protect the.
Absolutely. Okay.
That was it, sorry.
Like it's like does the twirling through the air above everybody's head thing.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like almost whirlwind kind of.
Like the kids all get splashed. They're all wearing Splash Zone shirts.
Do they like scream happily?
Yeah, they're fucking loving it. All right, Simmons and Tsoki. What's it look? How do you two finish it off?
I think I don't know about Tsoki, but I think like how in a TV show or something where somebody goes really hardcore and they forget what they're doing and they just like they go blind with rage and just keep attacking the same thing over and over again. I think that's what Simmons is doing because he's freaking out because this thing almost killed the only people that he's seen of his kind in a long time.
It's like you're just digging a hole right through its brain.
Yeah, you just mining its brain?
Yeah.
With his little bat claws, just yeah.
I think Tsoki's just gonna walk over to Simmons and be after it's dead, just be like, okay, Simmons, we got it. You can stop now.
It's dead, Jim. It's dead.
Good. You did good job. Save the kids.
Hey. We got them. They're okay.
They're over there cheering, I imagine.
Oh yeah, they're all like, yeah, fuck yeah, don't swear.
Yeah. Yep, they're good.
Simmons just like hugs Tsoki and it's like, we did it.
Still more, probably.
Based on the soul gaze, you did wipe them all out. The one ran away. Do you guys want to hunt that one that ran away down?
I mean, we don't want them to continue, torturing these poor villagers. So I'm down to finish the job.
Yeah, and I think you also said that they were like gathering everybody for like a giant feast. We haven't found the feast yet.
Oh,
so.
Is this the feast?
It's in the back of this room. Like
okay,
there. Like I've got a bunch of like here are the squirrels. Let me show you. They're all back here.
Are they alive?
Yeah, they're just like
Okay.
wrapped up in like not web, but like imagine rawhide. Like this thing just chews the skin of other creatures and then kind of like spits it back up until it dries on them.
Rawhide paper mache.
Yeah.
That's not a combination of words I wanted.
been a lot of that tonight.
Yeah, that's a true story.
I thought it was a good mental image, but fine. Okay.
No, it's great. I don't like it.
All right, Pim, give me that 20-sider. You're on a roll so far. Hunt down this thing. Success is success. Yeah, you guys catch up with it. It's really wounded from the fight that you guys already did with it.
It's the Jason one.
Yeah, it's the one that like was trying to take Jason. And it's just like skittering around and it's testing the world above, but like it's too bright. Like it knows it can't take its whole body up there right now. So you basically have it cornered by in the fissure that you like, because the tunnel would have kept going, because it would have kept going to Yoke. Except for you collapsed that tunnel. So it has only two options: go through you or go through the sun. And it's still trying to decide which one is scarier. But Cantalopus is here too.
It's like, I imagine Cantalopus just, before any of us can do anything, charges forward.
Oh yeah, sure. We'll do that. Nika, can you make another for Cantalopus.
Yeah,
oh
there
no!
it is.
There. I mean,
That took
you
almost
can't
enough.
have a volatile armament without a 1.
I don't want to F in chat, right?
You,
I mean,
you sure can.
I don't want to. I like this guy.
Okay. The F in chat would have. I think I would have had to kill him. Sad trombone.
I need you all to know that for some reason, as soon as I don't know what's going on with my YouTube, but as soon as that 1 was rolled, Butterfly from Crazy Town started
Nice.
playing.
Come, my lady.
I was like, the hell.
So you
I'm
see
letting it
Cantalopus
ride.
exhausted. He just does the like swing it from the side because he can't even get it all the way over his head. And while he's doing that, the Ettercap just grabs his arm and punches him in the face with one of his other limbs. And now he's holding that sledgehammer. And like you just see,
The Ettercap is holding the sledgehammer?
yeah, the Ettercap
Oh,
is
no.
holding like he's forehanding it.
Oh god, it's armed.
And now it's very armed. And now I'm gonna make a roll for him as he charges at. Oh god, he's so bad. He has no idea how it works. Tsoki, how did he kill himself with this? Like, how did this attack go so terrible for him?
I
Oh,
imagine.
and Nika made it a 1, so he's fucking done.
Yeah, I imagine that he like doesn't understand how it works, so he goes to like raise it above his head to like bring it down on us all, and he just blows up he like hits the ceiling and it just explodes. Just because 2 natural ones on a volatile armament. I don't think that armament's alive anymore.
No, I think that
And
thing
it
is
just
definitely broke.
explodes.
I also think that alright, so I like the idea of him lifting it over his head and it exploding, but what if it's just rockets the handle down back through his head?
Yeah,
yeah,
that that's good.
equal and opposite reaction.
This is amazing last combat music. I gotta tell you, if you guys haven't listened to Butterfly during a final battle, just do it. It's literally the fucking best.
I just want
I'm
all my
happy.
the end fight of Skyrim just with Butterfly.
Oh, it's so good right now.
You see Cantalopus with a bloody nose and he spits out one of his teeth. And he's just like, cool. And he passes out.
We hear in the distance the cuckoo clock tick over to nap time.
It's just
Perfect.
Perfect timing.
Okay, so real quick, let's go back to the Bat Town, all saved up. There are more bats than this. I just don't have an easy token for the bats. I have to make all the tokens for the bats because turns out my pack doesn't have bat people in it. But Jason's just like, we survived. I'm very happy. And all the squirrels are around Tsoki and they're just like, hey, who are you? What's up with you? Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Tsoki. What's
I'm
your
some
names?
melon pun that Alan can't think of. I'm a different melon pun that Alan cannot think of.
Those are great names.
Man,
10 out of 10.
love all of your melon names. How long have you guys been down here?
I lost track. Without the clock, I have no concept. It must have been 1,000,000 nap times. It must have been 100 nap times.
Well, we've dealt with the problem, us adventurers known as Squad. And I think you guys could go back to your lives if you want.
It's one of them was just I think we need to put some safety measures in place about this whole clock situation. And everybody else is just nodding, walking down the thing. It's just is it safe though? Are they all dead?
Yes, we know for sure, right?
Yeah, you do know for sure.
I mean,
Yep.
okay.
Not them all.
Look at this guy. We never got to see this guy really, but look at him.
He's a superhero.
Yeah.
If you look at him from afar.
Oh, he's just kind of a nerdy kid if you look at him from a close.
Yeah, but if you zoom him back, he looks like he's got like a little cape and
He does.
So, combination of Spider-Man and Batman.
yeah. Matthew. Matthew is great.
Perfect. Matthew.
So you all return to the squirrel place. Oh, I did this. There we go. Squirrel tokens everywhere.
Was the schedule on like a whiteboard or was it like a?
I think it was a thing with like wooden slats that you slide in, you know?
I
Okay.
understand.
Like imagine if the wall was like your desk, like my name, like whoever's like the nameplate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little nameplate things. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. And that's how I'm picturing it. And they have definitely moved the clock to party time right now.
So I
for the
feel like we
record.
should just take like all of those things out of the wall, so that they don't have direction and they can figure their shit out on their own.
It'll just be like, make up your own minds, and then one little slot that is party time.
This is like, they stand around, they're just like, but for hundreds of years we've done it this way. What could have changed recently? Like, it was all going perfectly fine. You from the outside, like, we don't do much traveling outside. Is anything wrong out there right now? And you do see B7 nodding.
Well, besides, I mean, you've been doing some adventuring in the forest lately, but what have you seen?
Creatures where they don't belong. Ettercaps don't belong. Of that size, they don't belong in this forest. They're wholly natural creatures. They're terrifying, repulsive, but they're wholly natural. Like, and this forest is made of magic, as we all know.
True, very true.
So, what is bringing these new predators here, and why isn't the Tatzelworm dealing with them?
Well, that's
Is there a power creep now?
What is power creep? No, honestly, if you didn't say, is there a power creep now, but like you said something that meant that in a longer form, like then was they want to understand? Yes. 1,000% that is what's going on.
Yeah, that was me, Chris, thinking out loud.
Yes. But you said it out loud, so I'm going to answer it. The world is getting stronger and stranger because you all are in it.
It's like the forest is reacting to our presence, huh?
And this isn't a bad thing. Like, this is me showing you something. I'm not showing you a gun, but I'm showing you something. But, so, like, they bring out fresh snacks that are even more amazing than the ones that you had this morning at tea time. They're delicious. They're, like, made fresh. They're absolutely resplendent. Like, you want to bring everybody here. You need to bring, like, you guys got to get some of these recipes for Krieg. Or Gemini. Or both. Or Tobias. Like, the food here tastes unlike anything that you would ever tasted because it's made, like, these melons are magic. Like, if you, Tsoki, like,
Yep.
they are bright orange. These things are, like, wholly magical through and through. Like, if you spent any AP, you guys are all healed. Whatever amount of AP you spent during this game, you're all healed.
Woo!
And like they'll bring you guys, they're gonna send you guys home with enough of like doggy bag style, squirrely bags. Sorry.
Oh.
That sounds bad.
Scrolly bags.
He
I was gonna
smacked.
say nut sacks, and that's even worse.
Ugh.
Oh.
And they're gonna send you guys all back with them, and everybody in the chat, excluding Midnight, fill up your AP is full. And we can tie that in with that. That's how Karam's like bounty worked out. And yeah, I know normally we can go another half an hour, but I think this story got told.
Squirrel party time!
Squirrel party time.
Squirrel party.
What kind of music does the
Only
band play?
butterfly.
Yeah.
Only butterfly.
It's
from Crazy
only
Town.
butterfly, but it's played on a lute and a mandolin.
Oh yes.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Cometh, my lady. Cometh, my lady.
You're my butterfly. Sugar. Madam.
Ha ha ha!
Yes.
Oh god, I can do this. Hold on, guys.
Oh, do it.
Ah,
Hey, look up the lyrics so you can change them.
no, I was trying to do it completely from memory. What is like? I really want to do the line with like Sid and Nancy, but like, that's such a bad song. All right, I'll work on this one. I do not have this. Sugar Madam is fucking hilarious. Sugar Madam is like
Sugar.
that is what
Madam.
Pim's moniker is. Sugar Madam.
Yes.
I love it.
I'm here for it. Okay.
They make melon sugar here for sure.
Yes.
Okay. Midnight and Nickel needed a roll. Or were they rolling against
Oh,
each other in
sorry.
chat? Like, what's going on there?
I can't stop laughing. I have to keep muting.
I think they were sparring.
Oh, yeah, Tsoki's magical item is definitely going to be that melon helmet. I'll get this, like, at the end of the night, Tsoki is going to wake up in the morning with a helmet, with a melon
Yeah,
just
after-
on his head.
After the squirrel party, I'm just gonna wake up and be like, what the heck?
And just, like, just leave town with it.
Hell yeah. Party hard.
Watermelon wine.
Oh, okay, I got you. Oh, okay.
They've got helmets to protect their heads. But I got a watermelon instead.
Yes, it's exactly that. It's 1,000% that. It will also probably be able to generate watermelon. Or not watermelon, because I don't like... Watermelons do have the best, like... Alright, guys, what's the best melon rind? Because I'm a fan of, like, muskmelons, because they feel weird, you know?
I don't even know what a muskmelon is.
You would call it a cantaloupe,
Ah.
because we're from America, where we call them the wrong thing.
Yeah,
That was about right.
they're the like the ones that have the pattern on them, right?
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
webby.
And they're like, yeah, they feel neat. Like, you hold them. Anyway, I should probably recap today's game. Alright, so today we played The Greatest Adventure. It was Tsoki's main character energy game, and I hope that he enjoyed it.
Good time, good time.
Excellent. It's like, sadly didn't make you cry. I wanted to make everybody cry in their main character energy game.
Oh, squirrels, so beautiful.
I know.
That's
I was just gonna kill them all in front of you. No. The squirrels were never in any danger. I knew this party would be able to handle it. So, we returned to the Silver Thimble, and the crew was met with a mountain of paperwork, or just extra work, or like Peanut taking advantage of a new naive like member of the crew and made them do all of his like busy work for the entire day. And then they went out to catch a drink. Tsoki had a secret meeting with Captain Not Simmons, who has apparently become a notable person. He is known for knowing you guys. That is what he is known for. And he has made a business out of it, for the record. that person was B7. B7 was looking for like help on an adventure from the one of the members of the Tomb Squad, and little did he know he was getting not just Tsoki Chatterfang, he was getting Patagon, like knowledge of 1,000 adventurers Patagon, like Pym, former crew member of the Sea Devil crew member, and also the fucking Simmons. And then they went into the forest. They helped B7 deal with his problem, which was spider bandits. It was all on the up and up. Then they discovered a little village of squirrel people that's called Barrow, and people had been going missing because they stick to such a rigid schedule and will never break their schedule that despite their friends being like kidnapped to be eaten by giant ettercaps underground, they were perfectly fine letting it just happen. They broke them out of that. They went down, dealt with the ettercaps, and then discovered that they were having problems with bats being kidnapped by ettercaps. So Simmons went into a rage and murdered one with a pickaxe. Tsoki rediscovered how to use the shield spell that he used at the beginning of the season, at the end of season 2 and the beginning of season 3. And yeah, and he also has a watermelon helmet. Then we all had a party, and we have some snacks made of magic that will refill everybody's HP and AP. So everybody's good to go. All right. I think that was everything, right? That was most of the key points.
Yeah.
Keri rolled 2 20s in a row.
I rolled 2 20s in a row, guys. That's like
Then a
fucking huge.
Oh, you didn't roll one. That was Nika.
And I did save a bunch of children.
You did save all the bat people, and all the squirrel people are perfectly fine. They're getting back to their normal lives, except for the bat people did nothing wrong. There's one bat person named Jason. He's just a sad sack, but that's just who he is. Oh man, I want to harbinger body pillow.
And B7 was able to complete their original quest, and I think they had an enjoyable time on the bonus quest.
Absolutely, like B7 is definitely like following you around now. Patagon is just like, all right, it's like I was looking for a mentor. You'll do, and you can, like I said before, to everybody with their apprentices that are these chess pieces, you can give them a different name if you do not want to call them B7 or like E7 or whatever that is, because I know it will get like confusing. Like they have actual names, and those are things that you can give them. It's not like you're changing their name. You were just telling me what their name was all along.
I will attempt to think of something good.
Barra 7. Capybara. Capybara.
Well, that's already in the lead, so.
Capybara. I can't. It's going to be stuck in my head forever.
Yeah, and I will take care of the... Oh, wait. That is... The no dice rolls is I send you guys card packs, right? Okay. Yeah, I will get you guys your card packs, including you, Darkborn Plus. You also get card packs for that. But thank you guys all so much. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, the no dice rolls are fun. I really like just narrating what's going on. That is a blast.
You guys all did so good, too.
Well, thank you.
And that is how I want that to go. Like, just tell me what happens when those challenges are up. And, like, I understand, like, you gotta be more, like, committal. You gotta commit to it. And, like, be willing to hurt yourself a little bit. Because, like...
Yeah, it's more more interesting if it's not just, this works perfectly every time.
Right?
Exactly. The B7 fight was really good there, by the way, everybody. That was a good use of that, I think.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I think everyone was able to, yes and their way to a great time. So.
Yes and is so great. I just want a shirt that just says yes and. Simmons is fucking eating more of that goddamn salsa.
Hey, there's the Kukla.
No, that's prophecies. Like, that's Crumbs.
Karam is playing that one for Patagon.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I feel like that is a good place for us to wrap. We will see y'all tomorrow for No One Knows, which is Nichols' main character energy.
Nichols' main character energy.
Then Roller Derby on Monday. And just fucking shenanigans on Tuesday.
Tuesday's gonna be really weird. I look forward to it.
That's gonna be insane.
So do I.
It's gonna be absolute madness. I can't wait. Alright, so we will see you all then. Thank you all so much for A, for playing, B, for hanging out and watching, for grabbing cards, all that good stuff. We will see you tomorrow. Bye forever.
Goodbye for everyone.
Bye, everybody!
Bye!